mean, what was working for me, I was getting good looks. I missed a few down the stretch. Probably my most open looks I missed, but I was just getting a lot of good looks, and they were falling tonight. Nothing different.
What created the good ones?
Some of them were off of rebounds. Some of them were they like to switch. They like to switch everything, so I was trying to come up and set screens and slip out and confuse them for a second, and I got a couple open threes that way. And then once I hit a couple more tough ones, but then I got a couple kicks out. Justin hit me on one. Joker hit me on a kick out. Jamal was finding me as well. So it was easy looks, really.
Jamal comes back after 12 games missed. I know he rolled the ankle pretty early on in that game, but what'd you like from just the way things kind of felt tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it just, we've, like I said on the court, we've played together so long that Jamal, Joker, me, we just know where each other's going to be. Jamal, just the feel of him and Joker in the pick and roll, it feels very hard to stop. And then if you do stop it, it's because one of mine or KCP's guys have come in to help, and then we get open threes. So it's just a hard dynamic to stop when you have someone as good in the pick and roll as Jamal.
After making the first couple of threes that early in the game, I mean, how big does that basket start to look?
I mean, really I was just trying to be balanced on my shot. I felt like last game I missed some threes, and it was tough last game. They got really good wing defenders, and then with Jamal and Joker and Aaron out, they were really paying me a lot of attention, so it was just tough looks last game. Tonight just felt a lot easier out there, really.
Did you have an ankle injury earlier, and I'm assuming it's resolved itself. So how does that feel now for you? You feel in better balance, better flow?
Yeah, my ankle, part of the reason I feel a little bit off balance is because I'm still wearing tape on that ankle because I don't want it to happen again. But I've definitely, made improvements. With the back-to-backs, I still feel it. It's not perfect, but, yeah, it's not a big issue anymore.
But it's still a little nagging.
Yeah, it's still a little nagging. It's still a little swollen. I mean, I'm playing on it, so it's just 2 steps forward, 1 step back, really, until I. And when you have a grade 3 ankle sprain, they take a long time. Like De'Aaron Fox had one earlier in the year. He talked about it would be a few months before he felt normal. I think that's pretty typical.
Do you go back and watch film when you have tough shooting nights like you did against the Clippers on like what shots?
Yeah, me and Charles, my player development coach, for the first half of the flight, I never really care to watch the good games because it just went good, but the bad games is what I like to pay attention to. So on the flight home, we watched all my minutes and dissected all my shots, my different things I could do better, all that, yeah.
So do you feel it when you're playing that they're really tough shots, or do you see it more on film?
I can tell, like, obviously tonight I got some open looks. I can tell that they're tougher shots. They still feel makeable, but more just looking at like the balance. If I could have gotten a more open look, if I could have got the shot off quicker, different options. That's what I look for, really.
I guess the reason I was asking is because I wanted to follow up with: did you correct what you felt like you didn't do well with your shot in the Clipper game tonight?
Now, like I said, the Clippers have some of the best wing defenders in the NBA. So I think without Jamal, without Aaron, without Joker, I was obviously a prime thing on their scouting report to not kind of let loose off of screens. And so it just felt tougher out there. They were really paying me a lot of attention, I felt like.
In the few games you guys have played without Aaron, you've been used more at the 4. Do you feel like anything changes in terms of what the team needs from you or what you're looking to do in those minutes?
No, but it's easier for me, I think, at the 4. I think it's more of a matchup. For me, those bigger guys guarding me, they don't want to chase around screens. They don't want to close out all the way. I can get by them easier. So, I mean, it's fun playing the 4. It's fine playing the 3 too. Like, but it hasn't been too much of an adjustment now because our offense is very fluid. Like, Justin can be in a spot, I could be in a spot. It's not like super. You have to be here if you're the 4. You have to be here if you're the 3. So.
When the ball kind of gets into the pocket with Nikola, just how comfortable are you guys in those situations? Just knowing that you're probably either going to get a floater from Nikola or he's going to kick it out to a 3-point shooter or to a cut.
Yeah, I mean, in that pocket, he's the best in the world at that shot. Probably the best ever to touch a basketball in that pocket pass with that floater. So obviously, if you don't come in as a defense, if you don't collapse, that's a really high percentage shot, that floater for him. And then if you do, we got good shooters on the team. So, and then, with Justin playing right now, you got another, knockdown shooter. So we got them all over the floor. So this is pretty easy basketball when you got someone that good with the floater, but also that good at passing.
Michael, the coach said last team, of course, through your shooting, but what he liked about your game tonight was the other aspects of the well-rounded part of the game, in addition to the shooting. Do you look at that too, the fact that even though you were hot, that you were a big part of the rest of the game too?
Yeah, I've tried to do that all year when my shot isn't falling, impact other areas of the game, especially rebounding, because I think that's another elite thing that I can bring to the table every game. So even last game when I went 2 for 13 or 3 for 13 or whatever it was, still trying to get double-digit rebounds with Nikola out. And so that's something I'm trying to focus on is the rebounding. And then, we got a bunch of different guys who can get hot any given night. So if it's not your night to get hot, just impacting the game in other ways is important to play on this team.
To only have 4 turnovers, but specifically Nikola to have a stat line like 32, 10, and 15, and 0 turnovers. How much he's handling the basketball, like how impressive is that?
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I think they said I don't forget how many assists we had, 37 with 4 turnovers. That's a very high number. That's one of our highest numbers that I've seen in a while. So from everybody, but obviously Nikola with the 15. But Jamal had 6 assists, 0 turnovers. I had 0 turnovers, 5 assists. Justin 4 assists. Yeah, we were moving the ball. Everybody got to get in on that. So it was good overall.
Mike, when you guys are shooting so effective like you were tonight, is it hard to focus on playing tough defense at the same time, knowing how well you are shooting?
Yeah, nobody got the defensive chain tonight. I think, that's sometimes human nature to when you got to go on one end to kind of, but we can't do that. That's not championship habits. So, coach was reminding us of that. We can't be like that.
I guess outside of human nature, what specifically do you think you'll struggle with the best tonight?
I think in the third quarter, Jalen really got hot. You got to remember, these are the best players in the NBA. These are just the best players in the world. Every NBA team has some of the best players in the world. So a guy can get hot and really just make it look like you're not playing defense, I think. Jalen hit a lot of threes, and so that was a big part of it. But there was things we could have adjusted, just making them feel us more. They were getting a lot of easy looks, I think. And then Sengun is similar to Joker in the fact that in that pocket, he's really good, so you got to kind of collapse, and then they can kick it out and things like that.
Thanks, Mike.
All right.
Jim Conlan.
Hi, Mike. For you personally, was it great to steal Jokic's thunder there tonight, and the night he passed Mutombo in terms of double-doubles? You obviously were top scorer, 28 points, 12 rebounds. You sort of stole the show, and what was a great night for Jokic as well.
No, I didn't steal the show. Everybody know Joker is going to do what he does every single night. He did have a triple-double, and we already know he should be, front runner for MVP. So I'm proud of him, and, he can do it all. If he wants to score 30, he can score 30 every single night, but he makes sure that we get involved and we find our rhythm, and that's what great players do. The ball has energy, and he's one of the best at finding his teammates. So I don't think he's had a bad game yet this season.